I represent Mexico.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So after it was confirmed that Canelo Alvarez, he was offered his guarantee to fight Jermell Charlo, but he would have to also agree to fight David Benavidez in September, and he would get a guarantee of $55 million, not including pay-per-view, which means in total he stood to make anywhere from $80 to $100 million. You always hear these fighters today talking about a 60-40 split or a 70-30 split. Guys, Canelo was offered a 92-8 split to fight David Benavidez, and Canelo turned down the deal because he did not want to fight David Benavidez. So then he attempted to migrate back to DAZN, trying to get an easy fight over there, trying to get a guaranteed big payday for an easy fight. Canelo, he said, "Hey, DAZN, can you hook me up with some more of them cherries that you used to hook me up with before?" And DAZN said, "Yeah, we got some for you, but we can't pay you the money you asking for to fight him, though. If you want that kind of money you asking for, you're going to have to fight Bivol in a rematch, because that's the only way we're going to make some money off of the fight." And that's when Canelo said, let me call you back. Got on the phone with Al Haymon. Now, according to reports, he's back talking to PBC, trying to make the Jaime Munguia fight on PBC, on Prime Amazon. So guys, do you remember when there was first reports that Canelo, he went over to DAZN and he's going to fight Jaime Munguia next? Do you guys remember when Oscar De La Hoya came out and he said, "I don't see the fight happening because we don't have the money that Canelo is asking for. Who's going to pay him that kind of money?" It turns out Oscar De La Hoya was serious and he wasn't bluffing. So when he said, "Who's going to pay him that kind of money?" I know who. Al Haymon in the PBC series. From the looks of things, it turns out DAZN did not have the money that Canelo Alvarez was looking for. Now, because this has absolutely nothing to do with race, we should hear all of the same people that said that PBC was going broke. They should now all be saying that DAZN is going broke, right? Right. We know what time it is. You see, the truth always comes to light. Al Haymon is going broke. They've been saying this about Al Haymon since day one, since he emerged on the scene back in 2015. All the way back when Jim Lampley was on HBO, had his own show on HBO, and he was trashing Al Haymon, saying that Al Haymon is going broke. They're going to be out of the business shortly. About 8 months after Jim Lampley said that, he was out of a job, and HBO Boxing was out of the business. These racist people that make up these rumors, Al Haymon is broke, etc., after he just signed this massive deal with Prime Amazon, you know, just saying things that don't even make sense. The people who say this, they're not boxing fans. They are race fans. And this is why I call them race fans. Because if you were a real boxing fan, you would not have a problem with who's running PBC, who runs Top Rank, who runs DAZN. Now, all of a sudden, because a black man is running PBC, it enrages them that Canelo Alvarez is working with him, that Manny Pacquiao is working with him, that 70 to 80% of the boxers are working with him. And regardless of what their race is, they're always thanking Al Haymon. I mean, Leo Santa Cruz, he named his son after Al. Abner Mares, who used to be with Golden Boy, he switched over to PBC, and he said the switch was like going from working at McDonald's to working as a lawyer in a law firm. David Benavidez was recently asked if he was offered the Canelo Alvarez fight on DAZN, would he take it? He said, hell no. That's how loyal he is to Al Haymon. Trainer Robert Garcia, he said out of all the promoters he's worked with when it comes to his fighters, no one has treated them better than the PBC series. And with all the praising Eddie Hearn does, lying just to defend Canelo, Canelo still said that Al Haymon is the best promoter in all of boxing. He praised the PBC series and Al Haymon as the best in the business after he did all of those fights on DAZN. At the end of the day, real boxing fans don't really care too much if the fight is on PBC, DAZN, or ESPN. They just want to see the best fight the best. So at the end of the day, at least for now, Canelo Alvarez might still get what he wants, regardless of who he works with, which is to have an easy payday and not have to fight David Benavidez, unless PBC puts their foot down and they stick with that same deal that they have for him before, which is Canelo will give you some easy fights. But if we give you these easy fights, it's going to be attached to a deal where you're going to have to take a real fight, a really tough fight, which is either a David Benavidez or a David Morrell. Right now, Canelo Alvarez is extremely desperate, and this is the time to stick it to him. This is the time to tell Canelo Alvarez, this is the only way you're going to get what you want, Canelo, is if you give us what we want in return. I mean, I know PBC, they want to make that money off of a Canelo-Munguia fight, but it just doesn't make sense to me to allow Canelo to just eat and run. This is what he always does. He goes over to one network, gets the easy fight, and then as soon as they tell him to take a tough fight, he says, adios, amigo, but thanks for the big payday. You guys let me know when you got some more cherries on the table for me to eat, and I'll be back for dinner. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who Canelo Alvarez is working with. I just want to see the best fight the best. If he's on DAZN, we should be seeing Canelo versus Bivol 2. If he's on PBC, we should be seeing Canelo versus Benavidez. But hopefully Canelo gets forced to fight the best soon, just like he got forced to fight Bivol. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
An important message from Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of VasoFlux and VasoFlux for Men. If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Plaque-Out. Plaque-Out is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856. And remember, to help unclog veins and arteries, get the Plaque-Out.